you're someone that gets to go to a lot of the practices. We're always refreshing Twitter, waiting for you to post the lines, and we appreciate that. So I want to get your opinion, or just if you've noticed anything. How has the practices changed from when DJ Smith was here to now Daniel Alfredson and Jacques Martin kind of running things? Like, what have you noticed that's maybe different?
Okay, first thing I noticed was a lot more, I'm going to call them mini drills, where
Okay.
players are sectioned off, almost like picture gym class, where you might have a station in this corner where you've got a stick on the ground and a puck, and you're just saucing the puck over the stick within just a couple, like 3 feet, wrapping it around just over and over. And then in another corner, there's guys who are practicing their passes through the neutral zone. And then there's another section where there's a guy, like let's say Thomas Chabot, shooting on net, and Brady is just practicing his tips in. Okay, and then there's a section in the middle where guys are working on the face-off. So Jacques has kind of like split the ice up at the beginning of practice into these sections where guys are really focusing on a skill. And then the other thing I've noticed is he loves to do. He'll set the nets up just in one like offensive zone, so doesn't use half the ice, and they'll have mini games just on half of the ice, but with 2 nets. Yep. And like DJ would do a very similar practice structure where you'd start with kind of like 2-on-2 drills, where you kind of just have like 2 guys kind of wrap around one zone, around the neutral zone, and then like practice their shots on net. And like that would repeat for a while. And then you'd go into special teams practice with power plays. But I shouldn't say hardly, because you see a lot of like, they'll do like, when I talk about that half ice drill, they'll have like a line or just 3 forwards. They might not actually be together on a line playing against 3 defensemen. They'll do that for like 10 minutes, which I never saw that happen with DJ. But I haven't seen a lot of special teams practice. And it's kind of weird to say that, because I know that Jacques Martin has been talking about we need to be better on special teams, better with our power play. So it's fascinating to me that I haven't seen that practiced a lot. But also, he now leaves the ice and they open up the room first. And so they might be doing that while we've opened up the room. And so I miss part of practice while I go to get the interviews done. But I haven't personally seen a lot of special teams practice take place. But yeah, so I would just say really detail-oriented type things.
And what do you feel like being in the media with Jacques Martin? Because for us, we feel like he goes a lot more into the details of the game, whereas DJ was more about, the people and like, we're working hard, we're doing this, we're doing that. With Jacques, do you find you're getting a little bit more of the technical aspect?
Yes, and I think it's to each their own whether you want to hear more about the technical aspect, because with DJ, I would like asking him about things, for example, like, oh, the PWHL just had their home opener. What are your thoughts on that? And he might give an answer just about the growth of women's sport. And I did ask Jacques Martin about that, and he mentioned that he worked with the PWHL team here in Ottawa for the first 2 days. But I asked Jacques today about, you've been here about a month now as head coach, not counting, or interim head coach, not counting when he was brought in to be a coaching consultant. What's the biggest difference you've noticed about maybe hockey? And he kind of like, he again always goes to focus on the technicalities of the game, but I'm sort of asking about the personality of players. Like, is there a difference in coaching Gen Z versus when you were coaching in the early 2000s? Like, that stuff fascinates me. And he doesn't give a lot on that. So the psychological aspect of it, sometimes he doesn't go into depth on. And I like that.